to go in the national final, and they're standing on the fence here watching the concluding stages. Anthony Bear, first time, wins the Australian final. Fireworks on the infield. Second place to Brad McClure.
Ash Media's coverage of the Australian Street Stock title is proudly brought to you by Speedway Sedans Australia.
A little different for these guys. They've got two more opportunities as we are nicely lined up the first couple of rows. We get ready to rock and roll. Jason Crow.
Thanks very much, Brett. Here we go with the first heat of the night. It's from last night. We couldn't see them last night. We can see them tonight. We're about to go green. We're underway with heat 35. The green lights come on, and it's Cade Cox from South Australia who leads them down the main straight into turn number one, going the traditional way. They move out of turn number two, back then to Matthew McCallum. Third place is the 37 car of Daryl Atkinson as they go down into the back straight the first time. Back in fourth place will be Scotty Merritt as they come out of Pitts Bend. It's Cade Cox out in front. Second place, Matthew McCallum. Atkinson, Mark Jennings, then Scott Merritt, Bradley Traynor, Stewie Robinson, Darren Ward and Lee Harrison. Out of turn two and down the back straight in front of this massive crowd here at Redline, bathed in sunshine, and it only took 2 laps for the inquiry flag to come out. I'm sure it could have been worn out last time, but obviously not. We've got cars around in turn number two. We've got another one around here in the main straight. The yellow lights have come on. Scotty Merritt and Stewie Robinson have gone around up there in Pitts Bend, and another car went around here in the main straight but got going again. And we'll get back underway in just a moment. 1 lap down and there'll be 11 laps to go. Here we go with the restart. Into the main straight, the green lights are back on. And our race leader is Cade Cox. Second place is 73 car of Matthew McCallum. Back to 117 Mark Jennings. As they come out of turn 3 and 4 to complete the second lap. Down the main straight they come. Out in front, Cade Cox, Paisley. Atkinson in second place. Back in third place is Mark Jennings. Right up behind Jennings is the 73 car of McCallum. Here comes 1-2-2 of Bradley Traynor. So move down the main straight and now back into turn number 2. Plenty of action here in heat number 35 of the Australian title. Our race leader though, out in front from South Australia, Cade Cox. Atkinson's been passed now by Mark Jennings. So go up into the top turn. Behind those would be Bradley Traynor, then Stewie Robinson, the 73 of Matthew McCallum. So move down out of Pitts Bend and back into the main straight with 7 laps to go. Our race leader is Cade Cox. Has a rather big mortgage on the race at the moment. So move out of Pitts Bend once again now, coming up to the halfway mark. Second place Jennings, Atkinson, Traynor, and then Stewie Robinson. It's a race in 1 out in front, Cade Cox well clear. Good battle for the minor placings. But Cox has 4.5 laps left to go. Into the main straight he comes. Second place, Atkinson, still following Jennings through. So move down the back straight once again. Our leader coming up to lap slower cars. In heat number 35, the rerun from last night, we've got a car spun over on turn 2. Reverses off the track, the race continues. So move down into turn number 3. The yellows will have to come on. Stewie Robinson is up against the wall. And we'll have ourselves a restart with about 4 laps to go. Left on track, Stewie Robinson's retired from the race as well. As they get underway, Cade Cox leads them down the main straight for Mark Jennings. down into turn number 1. Right behind them is Daryl Atkinson. 4th place is Bradley Traynor, then Scott Merritt, and the 22 car of Ward as Lee Harrison as they move out of turn 4 into the main straight. Cade Cox's big lead is all gone. He leads by 0.3 of a second for Mark Jennings, and 0.7 of a second separates the first 3, which includes Daryl Atkinson. Back to 122, Bradley Traynor, then Scott Merritt, and a gap back then to Lee Harrison. 2 laps to go this time around, and Cade Cox, who had a mortgage on the race, now has another car, 117, also from South Australia, right on his back bumper, and he's going to have to fight right to the death to hold on. It's Cade Cox, Jennings and Daryl Atkinson. 3 or 4 car lengths to Bradley Traynor and then Scott Merritt. The white flag comes out this time. 1 lap to go. It's Cade Cox just in front of the wild child car, 117, Mark Jennings. Daryl Atkinson is just 0.8 of a second behind as they go out of turn 2 for the last time. Cade Cox by 2 car lengths back then to the Jennings car, Mark Jennings in 117, and then the 37 of Daryl Atkinson. That's the way they're going to finish. The checker flag is out. Cox first, Jennings, Atkinson. Back then in 4th place is Bradley Traynor. Scott Merritt is 5th. And the 22 of Lee Harrison will be last car to complete the distance. No time for the race due to the stoppages. The margin was 0.541. The quick lap was an 18.222 by Cade Cox. And it's Cade Cox first, Mark Jennings second, and Daryl Atkinson third in the rerun of heat number 35.
There, as our final heat from our 3rd group is lined up ready to go. So, Cade, mate, that was a nice drive. Unlike a lot of the other guys, you've actually got another heat after this, so you're just timing it right to get the form going.
Yeah, no, it's good. The car went real good in that heat. I'd like to thank all my family, my girlfriend's family. I'd like to thank my girlfriend as well. Everyone for travelling up to come watch, all the help. I'd like to thank all my sponsors, SRE, Jacody Machining, KJ Fabrication, and yeah, no, the car went good in that heat. Pretty happy with it.
Well, I think your next heat you'll have a bit more work to do, but you're capable of doing it. Good luck with it.
Thanks, mate.
All right, put your hands together one more time for Cade Cox getting in the win list in heat 35. As heat 36 pushes off out the gate.